Uncle C, back in the office, and in today's video I'm going to be explaining Stoicism and the number one trait that all alpha males have that 99% of men simply don't. Okay, this one trait, I'll give away the punchline in the beginning, it's being non-reactive, but the real fundamental of this is understanding just how reactive 99% of guys are when it comes to the things that are ingrained in their conscious as well as their subconscious. Okay, today what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be taking you through the exact framework that I use to identify myself on a day-to-day basis if I'm actually striving towards excellence and within my purpose, or ultimately if I'm becoming just honestly a weak, needy little bitch. And because of that, this video is designed to really show you exactly how you can be stoic, you can actually excel within your purpose quicker, you can attract the types of women that you want, and ultimately you can be the man of success that you genuinely know you were meant to be deep down. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Casey Zander. I'm the founder of Headman, and I'm here to help revitalize masculinity and make men strong again when it comes to their relationships, their issues with women, and ultimately who they are on their purpose to maximize their wealth and their potential. Now, let's dive into step number one, okay? The masculine fundamental of not caring, okay, and why this is so important. In order to truly understand these other categories we're going to get into, such as, being non-reactive when it comes to money or personal finances or even women, okay, the truth is that most guys don't understand that stoicism is when you're indifferent to external circumstances. What does this mean? This means that you cannot be moved emotionally. Okay, you are not emotionally volatile. Now, I will give you numerous examples of men who are emotionally volatile, and this is why they don't have success within their relationships or within who they are. They're screaming at the television during sports. They're screaming at the girlfriend on her phone if she drove and was out with her friend for too long, right? They're screaming at their parents because they don't like the situation. They're pissed off at their boss. And then they're angry and they go home and they watch dirty websites. Like, it truly is just a travesty of men who are not stable at all. So when you are indifferent to external circumstances, guess what happens? There's less stress in your life in every way, shape, and form. But not only that, you now have faster success because you are feeling less. There is no strength in feeling things when it comes to your decision-making process as a man. I hope you understand that. The more you feel, the more you go with what your heart tells you, the more that you get into that woo-woo mystical state, the more you're being stripped of the power of rational, objective truth between your head. See, this is where most men go completely wrong. They're emotionally volatile. Because of that, they're not indifferent to external circumstances. They are moved in every way, shape, and form by external circumstances. And this is why they simply cannot succeed. Now I'm going to give you some I'm going to give you some examples of how men are reactionary. Okay? When it comes to finances, when it comes to that man excelling in his career, this is how the modern man lives. When it comes to business, he's reactive over everything. Maybe his ads don't convert, the dude's spazzing out. I used to be this guy. Okay, maybe all of a sudden an employee screws up or screws him over. He's spazzing out thinking it's the end of the world. I used to be that guy. Maybe it's a software breaks. Maybe it's a customer wants a refund. I don't know what it is, but this will happen. All of these things that I just described to you will happen. And do you know what happens because he's reactive? He's reactive because he's in scarcity, because he does not think he's good enough. So then when it comes to bills, reactionary at all times. Emotionally volatile, pissed off, angry at the world. And because of that, he can't actually make cold, calculated decisions to excel his life further. Look at this, how deep this goes. Most men want to climb the dominance hierarchy. Okay? They want to excel in life. They want to actually level up their status in their career. But when it comes right down to it, because of their lack, because of their scarcity, because of every little small 1% setback, they're ready to throw away the entire journey and the entire mission over small little things. This is not being stoic. This is in fact living out of fear and living out of emotion. You are still too much invested. So what this really comes down to is men oftentimes putting their self-worth within their paycheck and ultimately telling themselves they are not good enough until they hit X. They are not good enough until they hit Y. They are not good enough until they hit Z. And what happens within this mindset is you can never actually make the cold, calculated decisions in life that it takes to move the needle of success up. You are constantly in reaction to what everybody else is doing to pull your internal world. Okay? This translates to women. When you see the modern man go on a date with a woman or date a woman in general, here's what happens. He is in reaction to everything that she does. She tests him, he's spazzing out. She all of a sudden goes out with friends, it's the end of the world. All of a sudden she's not calling him enough, it's the end of the world. He has nothing else going on and he's in reaction to everything. See, as a man, your masculine center to your masculine frame, she is watching and waiting for you to be the rock. And when you are the rock that cannot be moved, you are the man with the ultimate power. Because this is something that most guys just don't have. So some of the most powerful words you could say to a woman would be, okay. And she's going to say every time, just okay? Yes, just okay. See, it's okay to actually give the truth. It's okay to speak like a man. Another thing, no. Being able to say yes versus no without justifying yourself, or even, I don't care. You're going to get a lot of women that test you in every way, shape, and form. Why can't you be more like this? Why can't you be more like that? Why can't you be this type of guy? Why can't you be more empathetic? Why can't you be the type of guy who cares more? And you know what happens? As you start to engage your own feelings to appease hers, it proves you can be stripped of everything that made you a man in the first place. Now here's the truth. This is a little quote I came up with by myself. If you hear anybody rip this quote off, just know that this is the source of where this was originated from. When men misbehave, right? When men act beta, when men act weak, when men misbehave, women dump them. When women misbehave, men try to fix them. Look how disgusting that is. The misbehavior is oftentimes shown through disrespect, not being loyal, not being trustworthy. And what does a man try to do? He tries to win over that woman still, as if he can fix that personality, which means his mental bandwidth is going towards things, going towards people that is purposefully pulling him off of his center in the first place. Do you know what the scary superpower is that you can obtain with this one video alone? It's to live by the mantra of, I can't be moved. I don't care. You can exit my life, good. You can try to crumble the biz, good. Maybe something happens and I'm check to check for 2 months in a row, good. I'll live. I'll be fine. I'm not going to have emotional toxicity towards it, and I'm not going to be moved. This is the power of stoicism, being non-reactive, a true 1% mentality that 99% of men simply do not have. If you like this video, I want you to check out the links that I have below for coaching. We have the men's full stack 1%er program to work closely one-to-one with me. Also, if you're a man struggling in a current marriage, meaning your wife is pulling away, I highly recommend checking out the Men's Relationship Blueprint Mastery free case study training. And last but not least, I need you to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.